Hello everyone, my name is Amanda and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about daddyless daughters. It's a letter from a daddyless daughter to another daddyless daughter, or I would say an ex-daddyless daughter. Stay tuned. Dear daddyless daughter, how are you? How are you feeling? I know some days are hard. No matter your age, your occupation, how well you are to do, sometimes you feel that what if things were different? You ask yourself and you imagine yourself how things would have been if your father was present emotionally. If your father gave you that emotional security and support. If your father took you out on the dates and told you how beautiful you are, how much he loves you, and how you should be aware of these boys out there, you know that things would have been different. And I know you ask yourself that question. That probably if your dad was present, probably some of the battles that you faced in your lifetime through childhood up till now, you know that you wouldn't have had to go through all that. But there was a reason for it. Sometimes when you see your friends that have always had their fathers in their lives emotionally present, and their dad is always, they're very playful with their dad, the dad is there for them, they just talk about their dad, you can actually see that bond between their father and themselves, and you just look with so much admiration and just think, that's so beautiful. And sometimes it can ignite some abandonment, rejection issues in you, and then you begin to look down on yourself. Today, my dear sisters, it stops. Listen, I understand that each day, no matter all the snaps you are doing, no matter all the pictures you are taking, as daddyless daughter babes, you are dealing with anxiety, depression, suicide, some people addiction, sometimes sexual activities, and all these type of things that doesn't make a woman function morally. Even overthinking, people pleasing, chasing people. You're chasing them because for some people their dad was probably in and out of their lives, and they have to, and he was probably inconsistent. They have to keep chasing, and that's why you are probably chasing people that don't want you. However, I'm here to also tell you, sweetheart, baby girl, it was not your fault. It was not your fault. You did not choose to be born into that particular dysfunction. You did not choose or make a decision for your parents to divorce, and that's why probably your dad is absent. You did not choose your dad. It's God that chose it for you, okay? So it is not your fault. But however, we have a choice to make a change and change the narrative. With some people, their fathers probably died at a young age. Their fathers, like I said, divorce. They're left because of divorce. Their fathers just wasn't present from the very first day they were born. And some people have never set eyes on their fathers. Young girls, we feed off. Young girls are supposed to feed off from their father's security, from their father's love, from their father's support. The father is supposed to shape her, for her to feel beautiful, for her to see her worth, for her to know who she is, so that when she grows up into that woman ready for dating, she's aware, she has the basic foundation on how to choose, okay? Because like I said in my previous video, who you choose to marry or be in a relationship with is a matter of life and death. Yes, and many women have lost their lives because of they settled for less. They've settled. And daddy issues is all part of it. It all birthed from daddy issues, being in a place whereby you're not wanted. So you're walking on eggshells just to keep the person because maybe you've been chasing your dad. So ladies, it is not our fault, like I said, that we fell into this situation. But however, we have a choice. And thanks be to God. Thanks be to God who helped me find my worth, who has given me billion, zillion times more than what I always imagine and wish sometimes what my father could give me. God gave me more. He healed my wounds. He supported me. He still supporting me. And that's why I am here to encourage you, because I know that being in that deep sunken place when life is lifing, it sometimes take you back into your trauma, your wounds, just to remind you. That's how Satan is, just to remind you that you are nothing. But the devil is a liar. So I'm going to read the book of Psalm 27 verse 10 to 14. It says, when my father and my mother forsake me, then the Lord will take care of me. Teach me your way, Lord, and lead me in a smooth path because of my enemies. Let me tell you something. Our parents, mother or father, okay, even ourselves, I'm a parent now. So I believe that God has given me my daughter, okay, for me to look after her for God. I'm going to be a representation of God on this earth for my daughter. So I have to be able to know the Lord and build my relationship with the Lord so that I can be able to train my child the way that she should go, like the Bible said. And it's unfortunately some of our parents didn't have this knowledge. They're coming from broken homes. So it's a cycle, like I said in my previous video, a generational curse, a cycle. So they don't know themselves. They don't have the information. And if they don't have the information, how are they supposed to give? You can't give what you don't have. And some of these parents, like I said, do not understand that you were given as a daughter or as a son to them to be a representation of God on this earth, to direct you in the way that you should go. Okay? And they didn't do that. And you had to fight, and that's where all that battle comes from. All that battle in it's not even only in relationships. The battle comes in different forms in every area of your life. And that's why I'm here to direct you to the light, to Jesus, okay? The manufacturer that placed you in your mother's womb, who said, I knew you before I formed you in your mother's womb. He's saying that, listen, if the managers, the representations are not doing their job properly, I, the creator, I, the manufacturer, I, the head office, the headquarters, I am willing to personally jump into your life and take the lead and to be able to direct you the way that you should go. But are you ready to give yourself to me, my dear daughter? Are you ready to let go of some certain things? Because he is ready to heal you. He is ready to take away the bondage from you, that heavy bondage, that constant, the devil reminding you of how much you are nothing, how much, that feeling of rejection, that feeling of abandonment is all the enemy's tactics to keep you bound, not to fulfill what you have been destined to fulfill. God placed you in that dysfunctional family for a reason. So you need to look back at it and what you can learn from it, what you can take from it, and then do the healing. And it's Jesus that can heal you, daddyless daughter. From now on, today, after this video, take that daddyless daughter title feeling off you. That's why I call myself the ex-daddyless daughter. Yes, take that title off you, because the creator now is going to take in your life, and he will take you further, more than your father could have done. Okay, and you will even thank them. You will thank God for how you came. You will thank God for your father. You will thank God for your mother. And I always say, as women, we are the one that conceive and bring human beings onto this earth, meaning we are gates. Do you know what that is? That's why the enemy is attacking women with infertility, with so many things, because we are gates to bring people that God has destined to come onto this earth. So the enemy will try, okay, like he's been doing from the beginning. He made Eve eat the apple, okay, so that he can just delay the plans of God, okay? To delay the plans of God. And that's what the enemy uses our dysfunction, our childhood traumas on us, okay? So that we can have this hook of rejection, abandonment, and it just causes delay, stagnancy. It just causes you to miss the plan where God is taking you to. That's the enemy's plan. So you don't become who you have become to be. So that you don't become who God has called you to be. So he delays you, delays the plan. So that that person you're supposed to give birth to, that Isaac you're supposed to give birth to, yeah, it's not birth. He just wants to constantly bring Ishmaels, not only in children, but Ishmaels in your life, like things that are just not God, but pretending to look like his God. I just want to tell you, you are beautiful. Trust me. You know, sometimes when I see girls that are, they reveal themselves showing the, the bum and all this on Instagram, it's deep down, honey, baby girl. It's an indirect way of you just seeking for this attention that you always crave from your dad. Deny it or not, you want it from your dad. There is something that you are looking for from your dad, okay? Because we don't need to show these things in order for someone to want us. When a man wants you, he wants you, and nothing can change his mind. It's not even about your physical appearance. For a man to see that you are his wife, there is something that God will ignite in him to know. It's not about you dressing this and you dressing that. It's good to look how do I say it, neat and clean and modest and lovely, and that is important as well. But the main thing is that for a man to see, he's seeing past the physical. He is seeing deep within, so this woman is my wife. Okay, so dear daddyless daughter, today is the last day you are calling yourself daddyless daughter. I pray for you that you are released from that bondage of rejection, abandonment. Go forth, daughter of God. Go higher heights with the Lord, and he will transform you. Okay? Please like, share, comment, and subscribe on this video. Thank you very much. Bye.